Yeah, but like from my mic. You gotta come over here.
Just give him your mic, and then you can just sit there.
What's up, chat?
Oh, he's here.
How we doing?
They're already spinning. They're kind of going crazy right now. It's Eternal. Wait, can you hear me even?
No.
You can't hear me. I don't know why I started like talking.
You want to try it, Lon? All right. I wonder if they could hear it.
yeah. No, they can hear that. Alright, they can't hear it anymore. I don't think. Okay, we're heading into game. We do see Bowser is in instead of Wallaby. I don't know if that's like a substitute thing or if it's like a permanent thing.
Or if it happened to Wallaby again.
Or Wallaby had...
No, it's a substitute thing.
Again.
It's a substitute
that would be crazy.
Yeah, it's a substitute
at that
thing.
point, like, then the rumors start to go. Like,
that's crazy, bro.
Like, is Wallaby the Dardock of Mega
Striker?
True,
actually,
or what?
No, I don't believe he is.
Yeah, Wallaby's I've teamed with Wallaby. He's very nice. But that's a quick point. Sovereign just sends that one in. It was looking like it was going in the favor of Quest Esports, but in the end, doesn't go in that direction.
Yeah, like I said, Eternal Sovereigns. I'm excited about this team. I think Eternal Arctic has looked really good on this team now. I think Sovereign just killed that guy. HamsterQuest playing the Octavia, which I mentioned in my interview. Go watch at youtube.com/interview. And I brought up how this Octavia could make an appearance today, and here she comes. Excited to see how she performs. But right now, Eternal Sovereigns, like I said, looking good, having the advantage. Sovereign taking good recognition of canceling this Mako secondary on behalf of the Octavia. Whoa, we're just walking into the middle for damage, and Alonso accidentally owned barriers. HamsterQuest flip coming up really soon, walks into Sovereign's secondary. Bowser not quite able to defend. Flipping in our own triangle, but getting it out. Well played to the Fool, and Sovereign flip on the goal line, and it's it.
Yeah, some crazy triangle versus triangle action. The Zorro, aka the Fool, throws the ult down, and then immediately Eternal Arctic puts a triangle in the soft end of his triangle, so that when the flip goes off, there's nowhere to go. So there's three sides to every triangle. Is what I'm trying to get at.
There is three sides to every triangle. There's actually
oh, goodbye.
Oh, HamsterQuest.
Oh, goodbye.
I mean, this game, I'm going to be honest, this game is an absolute disaster for Quest Esports right now. But it's still tied 1-1 in barriers. Zorro getting some energy back. Would love to see him take that orb, but not going to be able to, and instead loses his barrier. Eternal Arctic getting it in. Oh, nice patience from the side of Quest Esports, but good passing from Eternal Sovereigns, and anticipate them potentially winning this point, especially with Alonso's flip available.
Oh, crazy back pass, and HamsterQuest somehow still has speed. I think that's just been going on for like a really long time now, and it's still going. So they kind of been able to grab this whole point back from the grabs of defeat. That just like it was looking pretty doomed, but HamsterQuest builds up enough speed to grab that last barrier, and then it's a great play from Bowser to put that one in.
Yeah, really impressed with how that point turned around. Things were looking really unfortunate. But like I said, that really good patience on the goal line is what kind of bought them enough opportunities to finally come out the other end. All right, and oh, HamsterQuest uses the speed to avoid Sovereign's dash punch. Able to live in a nice rotation at the top corner, takes the first barrier of the point.
Oh, and there's the second one taken. This could be a quickly set to 2-2, but HamsterQuest is going to be able to maintain that speed at the cost of a lot of life. Now it's just staggered right now, but there's not really anyone who has a great way of finding this KO unless Alonso can, but the pressure from the core might be too much.
Oh,
but actually,
that guy died.
Yeah, Bowser who goes down, but HamsterQuest, Mr. Esports HQ, is going to just send it in despite being staggered and down the teammate.
Wow, I mean, there's a reason Lob City should have put this guy in. That was a great play from HamsterQuest. And we've evened out the set after what was just like a disastrous start. Good passing from his team. Good recognition from HamsterQuest. great evade. And now we've got the speed demon running around, loses speed by missing the strike. Boser in the corner of the defense, just a bit too strong. Great primary from the Fool. And now he's coming in with Flip, ready to get it in. Boser not able to get through. Alonso, great defense from a fellow CCL player. And now things are settling down quite a bit.
Yeah, really interesting, like the damage. Somehow Sovereign just gets staggered. That's kind of like probably a Mako moment, really. But HamsterQuest has built up the speed once again, which is really scary. It's Chrono Boost start, so just being able to play Octavia with Chrono Boost off the bat for the whole game is going to be crazy. And this walk into the center, or maybe I would think was able to get a KO. That was pretty awesome. But the Fool loses the barrier. And it's gonna, I mean, nailed out twice, I'm gonna be honest. But the KO will be found at the very least, so HamsterQuest is going to need to do some crazy stalling once again. Gets past quite well, has a flip to do it as well, and the Fool's able to grab the barrier somehow. Now still has his flip. And there's the pass. Still has that speed. Hits it back to Octavia. Gets to keep the speed. They keep hitting it. That's Octavia. Hit it somewhere else, guys. But
is there anywhere else?
Yeah, there's Boser. Just hit that guy. He's good, but like, you know, at least he doesn't get infinite speed, but he's gonna put it in.
And
maybe you can't be hitting it.
Happened.
That's why you can't be hitting it. I'm
and
sorry. I stand corrected.
This is why we don't listen to Fudgy Waffles.
I stand corrected, guys.
Wow.
But yeah, it's hard, right? And they're probably not trying to actually hit Octavia. They're probably trying to hit around Octavia to get an offense going. But it's just like, it's just so hard to play around. Either way, now we have Castellas, Chrono Boost, Octavia. We do at least have the reverb and like other speed awakenings gone here, so it's a little bit off the table for future drafts for HamsterQuest. But that's tough to look at if you are Polar Cortex.
Yeah. Castellas is rough. To be honest, I'm going to say something a little controversial. HamsterQuest should have taken the reverb, but Castellas definitely don't feel that bad about, I'm going to be honest. But and there he goes. His cast has been lasted, and he's knocked off the map, but good stalling by the side of Quest Esports. Nice try from the Fool on the clear, but Sovereign has the read. Now we get this offense going. Great save again by the Fool. Pass to HamsterQuest, manages to win the strike war. Keep things going. Eternal Arctic hits it into the corner, away from the Octavia. Unfortunately, not quite able to finally deny the speed, and there it goes down. Everyone dies, and the goal goes in. 1-0.
Yeah, that was a little back and forth there, but 2 KOs on the side of Eternal Sovereigns. So that's quite good for them if they can keep that up. But it kind of really depends on how each point starts, I feel like. If Sovereign's able to find them for free, or I guess if their whole team's able to find a barrier for free, that momentum can be shifted into like a full point win. But I don't know how consistent that will come in, where HamsterQuest is going to be really fast for like 90% of the game. So we'll see.
Yeah, and like I said, I've been really impressed with Eternal Arctic recently. If you pay a lot of attention to this game, I think they're holding their own against HamsterQuest.
I super agree.
Yeah, super storied player, has plenty of NASL experience. Really is telling me that Eternal Arctic is more than capable on their own of lots of play. More than capable on their own of standing up to these stronger midfields. And takes the KO on Boser. HamsterQuest ball delivered right back into his hands, and now he's got the speed, manages to keep it up using his ultimate ability. Got the flip, really dangerous 1v1, but Lonzo calls him out with the strike timing. Boser trying to get in there, and the ball is in with another crazy bounce.
Yeah, bounces off the wall. It was kind of a weird round where one power play of Sovereign KO turns into a different, like a reverse power play when Boser gets KO'd during the power play. Kind of turns it around. And also something interesting. Okay, good save. Is that HamsterQuest played a full season of goalie in NASA last season. So
that's true.
So now he's back on the midfield, and it's looking really better than ever. But also not right now. Looking a little worse for wear right now. Looking staggered right now. He's going to have to survive. But those are the 1v1s are going to be really scary.
Yeah, I mean, HamsterQuest been staggered the entire point. Would like to see The Fool leave up this orb, manages to finally grab it, but Sovereign in the perfect position to take that strike war and get the barrier. Oh, the Fool also looking worse for it. If Sovereign's ult is coming up anytime soon, things are looking really, really rough. Alonso has just been a really consistent presence in the goal box, not giving away too many freebies, contributing on offense really well on their own. I really like this passing from Eternal Sovereigns as well between all three players. Just seems like they're in full control at all times, and they kind of know how to play around this Octavia pretty well. Right now, I think the situation is really difficult, but managed to find a way to get it away from her. And the lack of a direct pass there keeps the ball out of HamsterQuest's hands long enough for her to lose speed. Has the flip ready, though. I anticipate a play to be made soon.
Yeah, this power on Alonso is becoming problematic, even like without the hot shot. Just the strikes are red coring at this point in overtime due to just a 194 power Pauldrons plus 3 prize fighter stacks. Even the flip is going to do a ton of damage to Bowser. Bowser is going to just like be out of the point for the rest of this point pretty much. So Eternal Arctic is going to look for the goal here, but Zorro is going to be able to defend. HamsterQuest is looking for a way through. Has to once again be in the spot where you kind of have to 1v9, but Sovereign's going to put it in through the Fool and make the Fool look like the Fool.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
That was
I
good.
wrote, yeah, I was writing them down actually before to like rehearse.
Okay, big Stagger Swagger pickup for the now, in my opinion. Rasmus gonna try and pick up the big fish if it's not denied by Zorro. Really likes Twin Drive, probably anticipated the big fish being stolen. And now this Octavia's got to find a pickup. You could go 1-2, you could go prime time to keep your uptime on your secondary more. Extra special is probably not terrible either, especially at this point. Orb Dancer would have been pretty interesting. Same with our Ponderer. But the extra special is just keeping that up. But Kazan gets the prime time, and that is going to be really dangerous. More hooks, more of the open popping umbrella. Hopefully that kind of gives Quest Esports the leverage they need to come back to this game. Because don't forget, and there's that hook from the prime time right as I'm talking about it. Don't forget that this first set was really close. So it feels like the momentum is kind of moving in Eternal Sovereign's direction right now.
Yeah, true. It's also like they're like look how much damage that just happened in HamsterQuest. Like even though they did get like the prime time to help with their scoring, the big like problem is that how much damage they're taking. They have such low stagger. Some of the lowest stagger characters in the game, Octavia and Kazan, they might even be. I could definitely be wrong, but they might be like the lowest stagger characters in the game, like straight up. So them having to deal with like the 1-2 punch pickup, having to deal with twin driving a little bit more damage, having stagger swagger and reverb taken out of the game is going to be really hard. But Bowser is going to have that prime time though, which will definitely be helping out.
Yeah, the Kazan in the spot in front of the net as a goalie, you've been assigned the condition of death. Bowser able to just outmaneuver Alonso in the net. Almost drops the double barrier. Now HamsterQuest and the Fool trying to find a way out. Nothing quite yet. You see HamsterQuest really wants that speed, but the Fool not comfortable giving it to him. Nevertheless, he finds it anyways with his primary. Takes a lot of damage, retreats for the orb, and Kazan is just dead. Alonso is just dealing so much damage and is stacking up the prize fighter, and we've got a really good offense going for Eternal Sovereigns.
Yeah, it seems really scary. Like it's just they didn't even really feel like they were targeting Bowser that much. It kind of felt like they were targeting HamsterQuest for some of that point, but it just doesn't matter. Just like any 2 or 3 abilities is too much. It's Sovereign. It's all would have been KO'd maybe, but instead it's just going to be in the right spot to put it in, and it's going to be 1-1. And this is kind of the what I expect to continue happening is Eternal Sovereigns just need to find any amount of damage onto someone. They also just have like a pretty solid core control of this now. So, yeah, just be careful. Like Bowser, no energy right now. Something to keep your eyes on.
Yeah, and this third teammate in the black hole is really doing numbers for them. Bowser once again chunked by it, and has pretty much been eliminated from the play for the rest of the point. Look at him just sitting in the corner, so scared of the damage from Alonso and from Sovereign, and even these nagging now primaries that are kind of like picking him off. But while I'm saying all that, the Octavia managed to make a big play in the bottom and take that second barrier and take the goal. Well played to HamsterQuest.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Yeah, that's where like they missed a few like key cooldowns onto Bowser, which meant they didn't get the KO, and they didn't have anything to kind of deal with the offense afterwards. So that is like the part that makes damage comps like a bit harder to pilot. Is that like if you miss your abilities, then like wasting your abilities is so bad in games where you have slightly less control. Great pass to Bowser from the Fool, able to get that one in. Alonso does have hot shot to keep that core up, but we're not going to sure if it's going to matter. But there, Sovereign's going to grab a double barrier. But it's a 2v1. If Alonso's going to be able to retrieve, and Sovereign's going to find a KO, and the turnaround has come very quick. Alonso looking for the pass to Sovereign to put it in, but it's going to be kind of hard because the Fool does have cooldowns, and Sovereign needs to be in melee range for something to be done. And Bowser has a crazy dribble going, but it doesn't have a final cooldown to put that one into. Dorito helping a little bit, not letting him dash in that direction. Has the flip, doesn't even really need it, but goes straight in, and that's going to be a second set for Quest Esports.
Yeah, it seems like just a little bit of the inconsistency of damage. HamsterQuest is doing a pretty good job now of avoiding a lot of it. He had the Oppa bug tech where he stood really close to the wall last set. And now, Catalyst for this Kazan. Massive pickup. I wouldn't hate to see an adrenaline rush by this X, to be honest. Yeah, it's an intelligent pickup, I think. It gives him more cooldowns once they actually get those KOs. Unstoppable makes plenty of sense. Now it takes the stacks on stacks, says Monumentalist isn't even worth it, denying the Octavia, but she gets the missile prop, which Unironica will help her a bit with maintaining her secondary uptime. Just that added range makes her primary even more unpredictable with Tool to evade. And kind of excited to see how things go. They're really relying on this win condition of KOing with this adrenaline rush.
Yeah, the stacks on stacks, though, are going to be pretty nice to help compete with the speed. Oh, but the whiplash kind of sends it in the wrong direction. But back to, like, this stacks, like, Eternal Arctic probably shouldn't get KO'd, like, ever. Has Stagger, Swagger, and Reverb, and Chrono. So, should just kind of be a beast speed demon if these stacks can get stacked up. It'll be really hard to find a KO, and like I can see that being a really nice win condition, even if they aren't finding the KOs that they probably should also be finding.
No, they can just hit it away from him, they'll be fine.
True, that's true.
Oh, they hit it at him. Yeah, I agree. The stacks of stacks is an intelligent pickup. I do appreciate it as a deny as well. Monu, I think, just not the absolute Titan awakening it used to be on now that her secondary doesn't do the hit stun anymore. Oh, great hook from Alonso. Yeah. Wow, really impressive stuff. And good strike shot from the Fool. Loses one barrier, but not both. And now we're seeing, I think, the stacks and stacks really paying dividends with how Eternal Arctic is able to maneuver on this map.
Yeah, it's moving around a lot right now. It's able to set up that second barrier, and now like we just need Sovereign to be up in a scoring position so that we can get the pass in. But Eternal Sovereign has to set up, is going to try and pass, but Bowser is going to grab the hook in order to grab that one away. Almost interrupts that hook from Alonso to grab the barrier, but isn't quite going to get it. HamsterQuest being taken out by the game by Sovereign right now is extremely low. The KO could be found, if not a goal. But look at Bowser, just consists by two abilities, one being a flip and is almost KO'd, but barrier will be found. The core speed's insane. The KO is found as well, though. The passing will begin, but strike shot will interrupt it, and it's passing possibly weak versus strike shot, but it's just going to be put in. You only have one strike shot, unfortunately, and they have two passing play opportunities, and Eternal Arctic will grab that point after a pretty clutch KO from Alonso.
Yeah, really big pickup by the Rasmus there to take the KO on HamsterQuest, get rid of the Speed Demon. But that being said, the Speed Demon is back and is ready to take your second barrier off a crazy bounce. Sovereign, nice try strike warring in the corner. Eternal Arctic drops the flip, and I think the pressure is really mounting here, especially with the Fool walking up, sends it right through Alonso, and we've got qualification point for the 2 seed.
Yeah, I mean, a Mako walking forward and flipping, you don't see that every day, you know?
No, there's some aura behind that.
There's some yeah, I would say even doing it set 4 versus Showtime.
No aura there.
Would be pretty good. That'd be like an idea. Like, at least the idea would be good behind that.
No, it actually wouldn't even, especially when your teammate communicates to play safe because they just got KO'd and then you just
so the damage is really on HamsterQuest is forcing him to retreat and lose his speed. He does grab the orb and has flip now, but Bowser is the one who's taking the hits instead. HamsterQuest might be able to grab it this flip in order to get it, but Eternal Arctic gets the read, is able to grab that in time. Now Sovereign tries to go for a double barrier play, but it's going to get 0 instead. Trying to get out of this corner now, but once HamsterQuest just wants to kind of keep it there, waiting for that speed to come up, and there it is. And Bowser, Alonso, great save for the Whiplash once again. Might find a KO, but just not enough damage yet. Hasn't stacked the 3 prize fighters yet, which actually probably would have made the difference there. Now Bowser, the one grabbing the orb, has no longer staggered, and it goes through the Fool. The Fool does get the strike off at least in time, but it's looking really sketch right now. Sovereign is just big enough to grab that one, and it's 2-2. We are not done with this game.
No, absolute disaster. Buff Mako, please. And great recovery from Eternal Sovereigns. That point was just, there was so much pressure being applied by especially the Octavius, who just kept that speed up forever, but they managed to find a clutch offense, get things going. Sovereign takes both barriers. Eternal Arctic comes in, and Doritos chip puts it in.
Wow. Doritos Locos Tacos is able to block that one. It was like one strike war one, a second strike war one, but from the Dorito from the top rope being the third striker they needed in order to grab that goal, coming super clutch. And now there's an Egoist fighter flight options here, but there's something, it's really scary here because in return they're giving up Egoist team player or perfect form or something like that. But this is a crazy draft.
Yeah, this is a crazy draft, but this Kazan is going to end up with absolute scraps by the end of it. I guess you go Blast Cannon. Yeah, that feels terrible, but the Egoist feels amazing for that extra energy for HamsterQuest.
Oh, interesting. The BD taken because of the Might of the Colossus on X, which makes sense, but honestly, I don't know if I would have went the same way. It's really hard. It's really close because of that Might of the Colossus, but and the size is obviously good, but Perfect Form X is just so nice. But
yeah, I mean, Perfect Form X, so lethal. Every punch gives you so many cooldowns, and HamsterQuest goes down. Sovereign has that adrenaline rush.
Whoa!
They find the clear.
Whoa!
1. Okay, not 2 quite yet. They pretty much completely stalled off this power play as long as they don't lose the barrier here, and they don't. But scary situation in the top side. HamsterQuest has made it back in time with their ult, but also has to commit their secondary. And, oh, never mind. Keeps the speed up. Thanks, Castellas. And, HamsterQuest absolutely nuked and dead again. The other guy's dead too. And the Fool just needs to hold it down. Nice flip wheelie, get the barrier. Doesn't quite. Oh, but Alonso does.
So unlucky. Oh, but it's going to get buried nonetheless.
On the other end, HamsterQuest dribbling it off the black hole, ready to make play. Alonso keeping it away from HamsterQuest. HamsterQuest keeping the speed up. Eternal Arctic moving around. Great passing plays going on, and not quite able to get it through. And now HamsterQuest is on the breakaway with all this speed. Wait for the Rasmus to use all their abilities. Can you get it through them? The flip comes out next. Full pass to HamsterQuest. HamsterQuest back out to Bowser. I want to see Bowser positioned a little more aggressively like that so that they can put it in. 1-0 for Quest Esports after an insane point.
Yeah, crazy point, but this time it's Sovereign with 3 prize fighter stacks. Really scary. It was really, like, that point should not have gone that way. Their power plays should have been converted upon. Even some of the points earlier without the power plays should have possibly been converted on, but this is an adrenaline rush. It's going to be scary. Just walks in. Just walks in. Sovereign just walks through the entire team, wins 2 strike wars, wins the whole point. That's an 8-second point in your set 5 qualification match.
Yeah, you love to see that for for the side of Eternal Sovereigns, but now we're back in the thick of things. Octavia playing through the corner, good pass to Bowser, but not able to get anything off it. I'm really eyeing this energy that Bowser's got, uses it to stun Eternal Arctic. HamsterQuest tries to put it in, but they're too quick. Kills the prize fighter. Rasmus loses the stack, takes their own barrier, and Bowser's low. Eternal Arctic has flipped. I don't think this goes in yet by the time Rasmus is back, but the pressure is just so mounted. And the Fool with a great snipe. Wow.
Siege Machine. Strike shot.
Yeah.
I don't know if it actually mattered, but the Siege Machine might have mattered there, increasing that primary range in order to grab that goal. Crazy shot. Really saved the point, honestly. It would have been really scary to have Alonso back up. But we've seen another play, like kickoff is kind of being a really big deal in these points, resulting in like who gets that first barriers, who gets that first offense. That's gonna be both taken. HamsterQuest and Bowser are both extremely low. It is just gonna be a go next.
to a set 5.
5.5.
Drop your movies in the chat. Drop them now. Get them in. Wow.
Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Alonso 0 prizes. Sovereign 3. Bowser 0. Because did get KO'd at the end of that round as well. So it's going to be first barrier going to the side of Quest Esports. And great pass to the strike shot. But the sad boys on set 5.5 is going to result in not the barrier taken. It goes for this double barrier, but only grabs one. But the damage is just so much right now. It's going to be way too much. There's no way that he'll be able to defend against this. Sovereign has done so much damage. Has the adrenaline rush speed. Running in, Bowser's going to need a flip to just get this out. Here's the flip, but it gets blocked by both Eternal Arctic and Sovereign, who are going to qualify in a huge upset versus Quest Esports. Wow.
I mean, well played to Eternal Sovereigns. Congratulations to them. They have also qualified for a league. We'll be seeing a lot more of them in the future. Really, really awesome performance from them. Really impressed with Eternal Arctic. I think they stood up to and even outperformed HamsterQuest in this game. 2+10 goal participation for them. And just a crazy, crazy game. The Octavia Gambit did not quite pay off. And Quest Esports, I keep saying this, but I'm excited to see them again later in losers. But only so many people can qualify from losers. Pressure's really mounting for them.
Yeah, it's especially this Launchpad. It's going to be only 6 teams instead of 7 teams that are making it through. So there's going to be no tiebreaker for 7th. It's just 2 spots in losers to be taken, and there's quite a lot of good teams in there. Just like PLX making it cool, or Flex going to give it to you, making a good run. But like Woa Chills is down there. Cat Munch and Joyers have been showing off some great plays, and like just it's tough. It's tough to lose in winners right now.
Yeah, I mean, this Launchpad has been absolutely. I thought I had a word. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't have a word. It's been tough.
They say there's 6 sides to every cube, 6 players in every game, and every player today has been showing off their stuff. And I think it's really cool to be seeing how the scene has evolved so much. Like how really I'm watching these games, and it's every player just seems so good compared to even a couple seasons ago. Like everyone's playing so much better. People are able to do so much more stuff. The comps are awesome. Draft has been evolving as well. Just really proud of the community leveling up, and I think it's been really awesome to watch.
Yeah, and with that finishes our cast for today, I believe. 3Z, how about you send us off?
Happy launch padding, everybody. Bye. Yes, I'm a Tarkov player. Recently. Good luck in your future games if you're still in. Bye, guys.